They lied to you, not directly, but in a way far more dangerous. You were told that if a woman likes you, she'll make it obvious, she'll be warm, consistent, easy to read. But the brutal truth is the exact opposite. The more she feels, the more she hides. The deeper the attraction, the more unpredictable she becomes. And that confusion you feel, that's not random. It's a biological signal you were never taught to decode. Because attraction in a woman isn't expressed through clarity, it's expressed through contradiction. One moment she's engaged, the next she's distant. She laughs, then withdraws. She opens up, then pulls back just enough to make you question everything. And most men fail right here, because they react to what they see, instead of understanding what's actually driving it beneath the surface. Her mind isn't playing games, it's running ancient programming built on emotional safety, tension, and perceived value. When she senses uncertainty in you, her attraction drops. But when she feels that she can't fully predict you, that's when her brain locks in. That's when curiosity turns into obsession. And here's the first secret you were never meant to understand. A woman reveals her true feelings not through what she gives you, but through what she withholds. When she delays responding, when she holds eye contact a second too long, then breaks it, when she tests your reactions with subtle challenges, she's not pulling away, she's measuring your emotional strength. Most men panic and try to fix the distance, but that's exactly what kills the attraction, because in her subconscious, your reaction is the answer she's looking for. If you chase, you fail. If you stay grounded, you pass. The second secret cuts even deeper. Her words are often a smokescreen, but her behavior is the blueprint. She might say she's busy, uninterested, unsure, but her actions betray her. If she finds small excuses to be around you, if she remembers tiny details, if her energy shifts when you enter the room, that's the real signal. Women are biologically wired to protect their emotional vulnerability, so they rarely reveal intent directly. Instead, they leak it through patterns, and if you're not watching closely, you'll miss it every single time. The third secret is where most men lose control: emotional spikes. Attraction isn't built on comfort alone, it's built on contrast. When she feels a mix of emotions around you, intrigue, tension, curiosity, even slight frustration, her brain starts associating you with intensity, and intensity is addictive. This is why being nice and predictable never works long-term. Her mind craves stimulation, not stability at the start. When you create emotional variation, when your presence isn't easily categorized, you become a puzzle she needs to solve. And once that switch flips, she starts thinking about you even when you're gone. The fourth secret is silent but deadly. She tests you not to reject you, but to qualify you. Every teasing comment, every moment she challenges your confidence, every time she questions your decisions, it's not resistance, it's evaluation. She's asking one question beneath it all: are you emotionally stronger than the situation? And if you react defensively, if you try to prove yourself, you fail instantly. But if you remain unaffected, if you hold your frame without aggression or insecurity, something shifts in her perception. Respect turns into attraction, because strength to her subconscious isn't loud, it's controlled. And the final secret, the 199% of men will never truly grasp, is that her mind doesn't respond to logic, it responds to emotional certainty. You can say all the right things, use all the right lines, follow every rule, but if your energy feels uncertain, she will feel it instantly. Women are hyper-attuned to emotional signals. They don't just hear what you say, they feel who you are underneath it. And that feeling overrides everything else. This is why some men say less but attract more. It's not about the words, it's about the presence behind them. When you understand this, you stop trying to read her mind, because you realize she's already reading yours. And the moment your internal state becomes unshakable, the moment you stop seeking validation and start embodying certainty, her behavior changes without you forcing anything. She leans in, she invests, she reveals more, not because you cracked some external code, but because you mastered the internal one. Continue, and here's where the forbidden knowledge becomes lethal in its subtlety. Most men spend their lives trying to get her to like them, to decode her words, to analyze her gestures, but they miss the ultimate truth. Attraction is never about effort, it's about resonance. A woman's mind mirrors the energy she senses in yours. If you're reactive, insecure, or predictable, she disengages. But if you are calm, confident, and mysterious, her subconscious starts spinning, drawing her attention without conscious choice. This is the invisible leverage most men never see. The power of absence, of unpredictability, of silent dominance. You don't manipulate her, you don't chase her, you become the stimulus she can't ignore, the puzzle that her brain wants to solve because it triggers ancient dopamine circuits wired for intensity. Challenge and reward. Every glance, every pause, every subtle smile becomes a breadcrumb in a psychological map only you are navigating. And once you understand how to layer tension, contrast, and emotional control into every interaction, her defenses crumble silently. She begins to anticipate your moves, to remember your words long after you leave, to imagine scenarios where you exist even when you're not present. This is no magic trick. It's biology and psychology merged into a formula so few men grasp that they unwittingly surrender themselves to confusion and rejection. The dark irony is that the more you resist the urge to react to her, the more she reacts to you. The more you embody inner certainty, the more her curiosity escalates into obsession. And in that space, that invisible theater of the mind, you gain access to thoughts she doesn't even realize she's having, the hidden desires, the flickers of intrigue, the subtle questions she would never voice. The moment you perceive these currents without needing to force them, you've crossed into a territory most men will never reach. You're no longer reading her mind, you're influencing the architecture of her attention itself. And that, when executed with precision and restraint, is the ultimate power to exist as a silent gravitational pull in her psyche, to occupy her subconscious without speaking a word, to trigger fascination that feels organic, irresistible, and eternal. This is the forbidden layer, the dark psychology that 99% of men ignore, leaving them blind to the signals she's been broadcasting all along. And once you step into it, you'll never look at attraction, desire, or connection the same way again.